you guys, day number 4 AMI work gives you a chart of 10 North American countries, and then you're asked to write 3 statements about the 3 most populous of these countries.
Your work asks you to use this table to complete your assignment. We see that it has 10 of the North American countries. You're asked to write 3 statements about the most populated countries in North America. We can see from the chart that the U.S. is number 1, Mexico is number 2, and Canada ranks number 3 in terms of total population. These are the 3 countries we're going to focus on.
So, lucky for you, we covered North America, I think in January or December, right before Christmas break. So most of that information should be reviewed for you guys. But just in case you don't remember much about it, or in case you didn't go back on Google Classroom and access those presentations that we took notes from, we'll review it real quick right now.
From this temperature chart, you can see that North America is a very diverse continent. It includes every climate zone, with the extreme north being Arctic and then the extreme south being tropical. Let's start with the USA. The U.S. is made up of 50 states. 48 are contiguous and known as the continental U.S. We can't forget about Alaska or Hawaii. We have a population of over 308 million. 82% live in urban areas, and our 3 largest cities are New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. The continental states have 3 major regions. The eastern coastal area and Appalachian Mountains were the first to be settled. The Great Plains stretch from the Appalachian Mountains in the east to the Rocky Mountains in the west. The Rocky Mountains, the Cascade Range, and the Sierra Nevadas divide the plains from the western coastal areas. Alaska is one of the non-continental U.S. states. It contains a lot of tundra and has mostly subarctic climates. Alaska has abundant wildlife, a large fishing and crab industry, and a sizable tourism industry, with people going there to see the natural beauty of the country and Aurora Borealis. The other non-continental U.S. state is Hawaii. The Hawaiian Islands are the tops of volcanoes in the Pacific Ocean. The islands have a mild, almost tropical climate year-round. Hawaii also has abundant wildlife native to the tropical climates, has beautiful beaches, a lot of tourism. Let's talk about Canada. The British gained control of Canada when they captured the French city of Quebec in 1759. Canada has 3 territories. They are the Northwest Territories, the Yukon Territories, and Nunavut. Canada has 10 provinces. The eastern provinces are Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and New Brunswick. The central provinces are Ontario, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta. Quebec is the largest province. 4/5 of the people speak French, and it was declared its official language. Many people living in Quebec want the province to form its own nation. Fishing is a major industry in all of the provinces. The other big industries include forestry and mining. In the central provinces, agriculture is a major industry. Farmers raise crops and cattle. British Columbia is the most western province. The Rocky Mountains cover most of the land here. Canada and the U.S. share a 4,000-mile border. Now let's talk about Mexico. Mexico is made up of 32 states. Mexico shares a 1,933-mile border with the U.S. in the north. The climate and land in Mexico varies greatly. There are very flatlands and mountaintops. There are climates of both rainforest, hot deserts, colder deserts, and humid subtropical regions. There are mountain ranges, large deserts, sandy beaches, and jungle wetlands in Mexico. The major industries in Mexico include petroleum or oil production and tourism. Some problems in Mexico right now are illegal drug use and sales. In the capital city, Mexico City, pollution and crime are increasing. Mexico went through a period where the population grew really rapidly in the 1990s, which resulted in overcrowding in some places. There is a lot of beauty to be found in Mexico as well. There are very popular tourist sites that include the ancient Native American ruins and many resort destinations, including Cancun, Acapulco, Puerto Vallarta, and Veracruz. Cancun is a very popular tourist site. There are a lot of resort accommodations for people to vacation at. Puerto Vallarta is another popular tourist destination with a lot of attractions in tourism, as is Veracruz. So again, you are going to be writing 3 statements about the most populated countries in the North American continent. You can see from the chart, it is the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. I did give you a little bit more background information. Feel free to go back to Google Classroom and get those notes.
So now you just need to write 3 statements about the 3 most populous countries. It doesn't specify whether you are to compare and contrast or list similarities or list differences. I will ask that you don't just say they all have plants, they all have land, they all have water. Give some good information in your 3 statements. It's only 3, okay?